We're continuing to follow some breaking news tonight at 6. Good evening, I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Tram Mai. 12 News, the only station there, as a jury ruled in favor of ASU, saying there was no retaliation in the firing of a longtime athletics official who reported sexual harassment.
Our Craig Harris has been covering this trial, and he is joining us now with the very latest. Craig?
Well, good evening. This case has been in the works for 6 years. It all began in March 2019 and ended today in downtown Phoenix in a victory for former athletics director Ray Anderson and ASU. It was a case of a big dollar donor and sexual harassment. That is the one thing both sides agreed upon. The donor was found to have sexually harassed the wife of former ASU Associate Athletics Director David Cohen and two other women at the Pac-12 men's basketball tournament. The others were the wife of Coach Bobby Hurley and one of his assistant coaches. Cohen, who oversaw the basketball program, claims his boss, then athletics director Ray Anderson, fired him in August. That's because he kept pressuring Anderson to take action against the donor. Anderson admitted during the 2-week trial that he never did take action against that donor, and he said it was a mistake. Yet Anderson maintained over and over he fired Cohen for several reasons, including insubordination and ethical lapses with money. Anderson showed a slight smile after the verdict was read. He told me just after the decision, very simply, I'm pleased with the jury's verdict. I think it's appropriate. I'm glad it's over. Cohen, of course, was upset with the decision, and he told me, I'm really disappointed with the outcome. I feel for the next person at ASU who stands up for women and reports sexual harassment. Cohen's attorney told me they plan to appeal this case. However, this trial has already cost Cohen hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he lost. I'm Craig Harris, 12 News.
Yeah. You know, Craig, we had this as breaking news at 4:30, and we had our criminal defense attorney, Hector Diaz, on at the time to get his reaction. He was shocked. You've covered this from the very beginning. Did this verdict surprise you as well?
Well, you know, on the surface, I've been covering this for over 6 years when I was formerly at the Arizona Republic, and there were a lot of allegations that were made against ASU. And when ASU admitted that, yeah, sexual harassment occurred, they did not deny that. But what happened is the defense kept picking and picking and picking at Cohen's credibility. They brought up an issue where Cohen got a check for over $600,000 from Vivid Seats, and that was a client of theirs. He put it in his own checking account. Well, then he gave the money back later, but that didn't look good. He also raised some other questions on ethical issues surrounding money, and they had a person come in to say he didn't get along well with others. And so at the end of the day, the jury, and it was an 8-person jury, they took notes the entire time during the 2 weeks. They were very, very in tune. At the end of the day, they believed Ray Anderson, and they believed his account that he fired Cohen for cause. He fired him for numerous reasons, including insubordination and others. Cohen countered and said, hey, if I was such a bad employee, why did you keep giving me raises and bonuses and telling me I was doing a good job? So it was a very complex case and one that went in favor of ASU.
Yeah, very interesting. So now ASU basically is off the hook then, right?
Yeah, they're off the hook.
To pay out.
Yeah, absolutely. There was part of the trial today, which was interesting, is that while the jury was in deliberations, they were negotiating or presenting before the judge how much there should be in damages. And Cohen's side was arguing damages could be almost up to $2 million. So had ASU lost, they could have been on the hook for a lot of money. But in the end, they don't have to pay a dime.
Yeah. All right. Very
Thank you,
interesting.
Craig.
Thank you.